Nerf this!
Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Cory. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. Also, check out the details of my videos when you get a chance. I've got good resources for you in there. I have links to my Discord server. I have links to WHF's recruiting Discord server. Also, I have links to WHF's live streamers, so check those out when you get a chance. With that, this video is going to be another installment in our base identification series. I've got two examples for you, and you know me, we're going to go over in depth why this attack was such a great choice for this base, and all the things that you're looking for in choosing that attack on that base and what makes it successful. With that, let's get into these examples. They were taped at different times, so I'll probably be wearing 3 different shirts throughout this video. Hey, it happens. All right, let's get into these examples. So as we take a look at this base here that Dan tripled, let's see what he was seeing. Look at his army down there. He's got a 5 healer queen charge going, with 23 miners for the back end. So first thing we're going to notice is the location of the air defenses, all out on the edges of the base, to where the queen can get to them before they can get to her healers. So look there, there, and there. If they had been set back right here or in right here, you'd had to break in to get them. Would have been a more difficult walk. So the first thing you probably notice from that is it's going to be an easy queen walk right around the edge. You really don't have to break her in at all, you know, to have a nice safe queen walk. Let's see the single there. Can't reach outside the wall, so as long as she's walking outside the wall, her healer's not going to be affected by air defenses. She's not going to be targeted by the single, so very nice safe walk. Let's take a look at the CC draw. So she's walking around this bottom side here. She will encounter this CC when she steps up for this wizard tower without even having to break into the wall. So once again, very nice productive queen walk, nice safe walk, and one that's going to have the CC drawn and taken care of without expending extra troops to get it drawn. So let's see what he gets from this walk right here. Going to take out all this stuff, but doesn't look like he's going to get the enemy queen from it, and doesn't really look like he's going to get the king either until really, really late in the raid. So we've got a really productive walk, but you know, Hog's not going to be the best choice just because you're not getting that enemy king taken out until the very end of the raid. Lalo's not going to be the best choice because he is having to expend a lot of spells onto this walk for not getting the queen, really. Usually if you've got a long queen charge, or you know, where you're using 2 rages, that sort of thing, 5 healers, you want to make sure that the queen is one of the objectives you get out of that. So he decides to go with miners for the back end of this base because they can take care of the heroes just fine. I mean, they have high hit points, but they'll target them, they'll get them taken out. You don't need any other, you know, special spells to get those taken out. Just make sure you have them healed like you already will for the defenses. So let's take a look how he pulls off this raid. It was really brilliant plan. So he's going to start out with a bowler bounce, and what this bowler bounce is going to do, as soon as it's done bouncing those 2 buildings right there, it's going to pick up an angle that's going to let it bowler bounce from this gold mine to the air defense. Now the air defense does have higher health or higher hit points than that gold mine, so just a bowler bounce, not enough to take it out, but he uses that quake to drop it down, what, like 25% or something for a level 4 quake roughly. So the bowler bounce and the quake combined are going to get that air defense taken out. That way he can start his queen charge without having that air defense target his healers. So very brilliantly done there. So King's going to go ahead and funnel the whole top side of that base. Once again, he's going to be able to walk around, you know, until his health runs out. With ability, he's going to make it quite a long ways. Just trimming trash, trimming defenses, trimming any potential trap locations out there for the giants that are, or for the miners that are going to come in later. Now, I did tell you that he did not have to break in to get his objectives on this charge, and he doesn't, but he elects to go ahead and break in right here, just so he can get in there a little bit deeper. Grab this expo, just to make a little bit thinner path through that base for his miners. Anytime you can thin out the path, you know, that's a good call, that's a good move to do. The thinner the path, the more effective your heals are, you know, the faster they're going to work through the base. And since he invested, you know, fairly heavily into this charge, he does only have 23 miners left for the back end, so you're going to want to make that path as thin as possible. So we got that enemy CC taken out with the help of a rage and a poison, no problem. Now let's pause real quick and look where he uses his wall wrecker. Town Hall's over here. He uses his wall wrecker in towards the edge. I was just talking about thinning out that path even more with the queen charge, and he's going to elect to use his wrecker to thin that path out even more. Going to take out this archer tower and this, while a few miners take out these outer buildings, really leaving a nice thin path right through the middle of that base. So another excellent move by Dan on this one. So has the miners coming in, gets the first heal that he's used down on him. He had 2 rages in this comp, 3 heals. You know, and I'm guessing he thought he might need 2 rages for that queen charge. Turns out he only needed the 1, so he's got that rage in there on the miners. It's not wasted. It's helping him get through the core of that base much faster. So very nice to have that spell in case the queen needed it. You really want to keep her alive on this expensive of a charge as long as you can, whole raid if possible. But since he really didn't need it, still has a queen ability to use, he dropped it down right in the core on those miners, so very nice audible by Dan on that. So coming into that last heal, right over that multi-target Inferno, you know, multi-target Infernos are not fun to end on unless you have a heal specifically for it to cover that area. If you've got a heal to cover that area, they do nothing, you know what I mean? Then it's, at that point, it's like a wizard tower with longer range and more fingers, I guess. But very, very nice raid from Dan on this one. Go ahead and times 4, because you guys can see this base is wrecked. Queen's still up, plenty of miners still up. Very nice triple. Here's another great example for the base identification series. This is going to be, actually here, let me show you the army that he's using real quick, and pause it. So this is going to be a Frozen Witch attack, a little bit modified, has a few fewer freezes and some more rages and a heal. But anyways, let's look at what's going to make this such a great base for a Frozen Witch attack. First of all, notice where's the air defenses, because we plan on healing these witches going down the flanks. And where's the Town Hall? Now, Town Hall and air defenses are on the same basic side of the base. Alright, obviously you got to start a Frozen Witch from the opposite side of the Town Hall. Up here, okay, it's going right into a single target Inferno, which is fine. Actually, it's great because first of all, you got the freezes anyways, so you can get that Inferno frozen, and that Wrecker's going to be able to take it out with a direct path right from the middle there. Also, it's got some defenses really close to it, so while you're using freezes to freeze that Inferno, keep it off that wall Wrecker, you can also freeze this X-Boat and this archer tower right here at the same time. So good freeze value. All right, air defense on the back side of the base means that if we start witches with healers on these flanks right here, those healers are not going to get touched. They're not going to get sniped by air defenses. They're probably not going to run into black bombs out here so far away from those air defenses. So going to get really good healer and witch value from the side of the base. Also, we have good freeze value coming in. Now let's follow it in a little further. Do we have other good freeze value? Well, the Queen's going to step up. She does a lot of damage. We'll probably be freezing her in about the same spot as we'll be freezing the enemy CC. So really good value there. And if you go a little further into the base, we can get 2 Expos in the same freeze, or we can grab groups of 3 defenses right here or right here, all in that same freeze. So we got pretty good freeze value going through this base. This attack should do really well. With that, let's go ahead and press play. So I'm going to times 2 it a little bit. I might slow back down once we get started. Now he starts off with a couple giants in there just to really let his witches get established, just so they don't be stupid and step into range of that archer tower before they start spawning skellies. So it just sends the giants in there, some quick tanking to let the witches get established before he drops down those witches, and then drops the healers on those witches. Good thing to note on this attack, it's a good idea to let your witches stand there for a minute. Let them spawn the skellies and let the skellies run ahead of them before you drop the healers, because if you drop the witches and the healers right away, a lot of times those healers follow the skellies instead of the witches, but he does a really nice job of it here. Now remember, you drop your witches and skellies and witches and healers on the flanks first, so that hopefully they're going to be tanking some of those defenses, so that you don't have to use a freeze right away for your wall wrecker coming in. And sure enough, the wall wrecker just now starts getting targeted by that single, so he's going to get that freeze down there on it. Enemy CC is starting to come out, but that wall wrecker's already almost through that single target Inferno. Now he misses that next freeze. He wanted to get that sweeper, but he missed a lot of the enemy CC, and so it does get some damage in on his wall wrecker. Definitely would have liked to have seen that enemy CC get caught in that freeze spell. So, wall wrecker falls short on this hit, but if he would have used the freeze spells a little differently, he definitely could have got it into that middle section, exactly where he wanted it. That's alright on this one. He's got those rages and heals, so they're going to break into that compartment anyways and get the benefit of that rage to get those bowler bounces from there. Goes and uses those last 2 freezes on the multi-target Inferno because he does not have a heal left at that point, and those can do a lot of damage to bowlers. Look at his flanks. Remember how we talked about the fact that the air defenses weren't over there? He's still got all 4 of his healers up, 2 on each flank, so the witches are surviving all the way around to the backside of this base. Very, very nicely done. Queen's still in there, still has her abilities, so she'll be able to pop that and take out about at least 3 more of those defenses. And once again, look at those flanks. Because the location of those air defenses, those flanks are going really, really strong. Gonna be able to finish the rest of this base, no problem. Golly, that was some excellent base identification on seeing that one, my friend. And just really crushed the base with it. Very nicely done. So there you guys have it. I hope you liked the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Nerf this!